husband has a dad bod.
My belly is huge.
Everyone has something to say about this.
I know that a big waistline is not the healthiest.
The plan for anyone who has gained weight and our Dude Food Makeover. That's a good burger. Plus, does the type of pants you wear make you gain weight?
We found that you, on average, ate 1,000 more calories when you wore your stretch pants.
Coming up next. We'll save lives today. You guys ready to get healthy? Welcome, everybody. All right, this week is all about what we are obsessed with. And right now, everybody's obsessed with the dad bod. Have you all heard of dad bods? Yeah, all the women have heard about it. It's all over the place. That started with shirtless pics from celebrities. Leo put him one up. There he is. Seth Rogen proudly sported his squishy middle. Well, today, I'm sharing the real reasons for your husband's dad bod. And asking, is a little bit of belly okay? Dr. Roizen's plan will work for moms and dads. It's for anyone who's put on weight after having kids. Because today's show is all about getting back on track. So here's what's coming up. First of all, we got a conversation, and in today's conversation, what your email inbox says about your brain. Then, how many of you guys in the audience here are obsessed with your stretch pants? You wear stretch pants, you like them? Are they your friend or are they your frenemy? That's the real question. Think about that. Stick around because later we're giving you health advice from your stretch pants. You'll be surprised what you can learn from them. But let's get started with dad bods. Now, it's easy to write off the dad bod phenomenon as just the latest buzzword. But today, I want to dig a little deeper and find out why they happen and why some women actually find them sexy. It has doctors like myself a little bit concerned because the belly can signal a health risk, which is why one of my viewers is worried about her husband's dad bod. Take a look.
Dr. Oz, my husband Alfred has a dad bod.
He's not obese, and I'm still very attracted to him. But over the years, he's gotten a little full around the belly.
My belly is huge. My kids call it a basketball.
Maybe we should play basketball instead.
When Alfred was young, he had an incredible body. He was very active and athletic. When we first started dating, we made fitness a priority. We made healthy meals together, we went to the gym together, and every year we would run the turkey trot together on Thanksgiving morning. But ever since we had kids, Alfred has let himself go. And he always makes excuses.
I'm exhausted. I usually have a long commute. I work late. I travel a lot. Knees hurt.
I think his knees hurt because of all the weight he's gained. Lots of times, Alfred will just grab takeout, whether it's a slice of pizza or something else on the go, rather than cooking a healthy meal. And when we do sit down to eat a meal together, he tends to overeat. I always say he's an avid member of the Clean Plate Club.
I admit I could be a human garbage disposal. I usually grab all the leftovers on the kids' plates. As I'm cleaning up the dishes, I'm cleaning up the plates.
Get over here. Unbelievable. I may not be a doctor, but I know that a big waistline is not the healthiest.
My doctor gave me a clean bill of health. I'm fine.
I get that our lives are busy with the kids, but I make working out a priority, and I think Alfred needs to make it a priority too. Not only for himself, but for our family as well.
You guys look pretty good in that. Did you bring your tape measure, Lorraine?
I left out one at home. I figured you'd have one here for
I have
me
an
to
extra
use.
one for you. We'll come back to that. Alfred,
Yes.
I hear you say you're in good health,
I feel pretty good.
but obviously you've been carrying around a little bit extra weight. How has your life changed since you've had the kids and gained a little bit of weight?
Well, I'm very subconscious about my appearance. Mm-hmm. Every time I walk past the mirror, I can see the side view is the worst, the stomach. I definitely feel like I'm carrying more weight. It makes me feel tired. It makes me feel, lethargic.
May I ask if you don't mind about how intimate you're able to be with each other? Has your sex life been affected by it at all?
It really hasn't, because I still think he's adorable. But,
He's adorable. Look at him. Look at that smile.
But I would just like to see him have more energy.
So there's this popular opinion out there that seems to explain why this man bod phenomenon actually occurs. Why is it that women seem to be attracted to the softness of men? It's changed a little bit over the years. Come on over. Let me show you. And at least give you the argument here. So in the olden days, women relied on men to do a lot of things, like hunt down the food, right? Bring stuff home. You need to be providers. So women tended to be attracted, argument goes, to men that look like this, chiseled, lots of testosterone, too much testosterone, always out there looking for stuff because that's how you felt safe. That was the key to the woman's survival. But women actually don't have to have men procure their food anymore, do they? Like, you know, it's nice thing to pick up the Applebee's bill, but it's not a critical issue anymore that the man go out to get the food. So Mr. Dreamboat shifts from looking like this to maybe something more like this, right? And although you may not feel pride as a man all the time, some women actually seem to like this. Now, why would that be? Because it might signify that the man's a better caregiver. You know? Someone to hug at night, someone who's always going to be there for you because he's more focused on you and the kids than taking care of himself. And I actually think that it's a little bit unfair, sort of sexist, that for the men, we might respect the man bod, yet if a woman gains a little weight during pregnancy and doesn't lose it, we give her a hard time. Don't you feel that way?
Absolutely. It's a double standard.
I get that completely. Yeah. So I think it's unfair just as a surface. But then the question is, why does that happen? And you started to touch on this a little bit, but go through what's going on deep inside you when you make those decisions about what you put in your body. How has that changed now with the kids and with life?
Well, I mean, I guess it's just a lot of it's convenience. A lot of it's just, you know, we're running around, we're busy. We don't have time to cook at home as much as we did when we didn't have kids.
That's true.
Sometimes it's
So
hard.
let me challenge you a little bit. Is it true that there's a little bit of laziness in all this?
Yeah, I guess it's laziness if we're going to characterize it like that.
Well, actually, see, I'm going to push back on that. I don't think it's about being lazy. I think people will say that have it wrong. Come on over here.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why. And I've lived this myself, but I hear this all the time as well. So I'm going to just see if you agree with me on this. So let's look at you when you're 26 years ago, living the good life.
Yeah.
Right? There you are.
With a cake in my hand.
With a cake. I mean, what a stud, right? I mean, what was life like at that time? What were your responsibilities?
Just work and play. You know, I was single at that time. I didn't have kids. I was just working and enjoying myself, going to the gym more regularly. I used to love to ride my bicycle all the time.
Life was about you, right?
Yeah.
It was about you. Had no worries, really. The photo reflects that. And this is the picture of you now. We just saw it sort of in the little piece we made. But I'm not going to dwell on that because I'm actually not interested in the before and after picture. I want to focus on what happened in between here. What changed? And Alfred, Lorraine told us that you're the first one to get up at crack of dawn, take the kids out on the boat. You never miss a lacrosse game. And this is what's going on.
Yep.
Right? So tell me what this means to you. What do you see when you look at these photos?
Well, this is everything to us. You know, our family is the most important thing to us. So we put our time and effort into being around and taking care of our kids and being part of a family.
That's perfect. You just said all the words I wanted to hear. See, I actually think these are not the photos of a man who let himself go. These are the photos of a man who let himself love.
Yeah. No, that's for sure.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why the man bod has caught so much attention. You're taking care of your beautiful wife. And Lorraine, you are beautiful. He has very good taste in women.
Thank you.
Wonderful kids. Life isn't about you anymore.
Right.
But there's actually a little bit of a twist to this. Because if you're really going to be there for them, you have to be there for yourself as well.
Yeah.
And I would love, if Lorraine, you could turn to your husband, who you forced to come to the studio today. I want him to hear from you directly. I want all the men out there to, through this conversation, hear it from themselves. Why does it matter to you if he's taking care of himself?
Because I need you around for me and for our children and for our family for a really, really, really long time.
Yeah.
Because this is, you know, we've built an incredible life together. We have an amazing life together with our children, where we live. We're very active, and I don't want to do it with anyone else, Dr. Oz. This is my guy. This is my guy.
I get it. I hear it. And she doesn't want you to do it half speed either.
No.
So when it comes to taking...
I think he was trying to get us to cry.
No, I get emotional about this stuff. I know, I feel it too. There's a magnet pulling you together, and it doesn't work if you don't have two sides that are attracting each other.
Yeah.
And yet it's not about your weight. It's not even about that picture per se, but it is about the waist. And we've talked about this on the show. It's where the fat happens to go. You happen to put your fat in the spot where a lot of men put it, especially if they're feeling some stress in their lives, which is right in the belly. And it's that place that I'm most worried about. So you didn't bring your measuring tape, but we took the liberty of measuring ahead of time. So So we all know that your waist size is supposed to be less than half your height. So you happen to be the average height male. You're about 5'10". Mm-hmm. So that's 70 inches, and we divide that in half. So your ideal waist size should be less than 35 inches. When we measure your waist, and Lorraine, you did this for us.
I did.
You want to announce the number?
No.
It'd be less harsh in your voice than mine. I'll take the heat. I'll take the bullet on this one. Not in the chest. I'll take the bullet. 42 inches.
Yeah.
42 inches. And I think, like a lot of men, it wouldn't take a lot from you to go from this towards this. And I've got a plan to get you there. A plan that will allow you to go to those 35 inches of sleek waisthood that you want. And to help with this, I brought in the world expert in this area. He happens to be my best friend as well. He's the master of transformation, Dr. Michael Roizen, and he's a father too.
Yeah.
So this is a plan for any parent, and men and women, moms and dads, who want to lose the weight that they may have gained after taking care of those beautiful miracle kids that we make. So the first step, you say, is actually to stop eating in survival mode.
Right. So your brain trumps your stomach all the time. But for centuries, we've been eating in survival mode. Because all the time, remember, when we went out, it was to hunt and gather. It wasn't the normal work that you do now. And when you hunted and gathered, you didn't succeed most of the time. So you would eat calorie-dense things just to survive. That's what you had to do. And you did it automatically. We were hardwired through our brain to do this as a habit. So what you've got to do is break that automatic habit of survival mode eating, and you do that by forming a new habit.
So when we come back, what we're going to do is take Dr. Roizen's real-world tips. These are tips that parents can use to get out of the survival mode and start a new eating habit. We'll be right back.
Next, if you're like most parents, you don't ever get a day off. So how do you stay on track when you need to eat on the go or in between the drop-offs? The plan for any parent who has put on weight after having kids. Coming up next. Ever wonder why when you're on a vacation, you have to go, but you can't go?
There's an actual medical reason behind vacation constipation.
We investigate. Then, 66 ways to have a clever road trip that won't blow your diet. We're breaking the rules
What I have here is the tackle box method.
for your best road trip ever.
Oh my goodness, these are so awesome.
All new us. That's coming up tomorrow.
When you're a parent, you don't get a day off, and it really is easy to get off track when you're just trying to eat something quick on the go or in between drop-offs. So today, Dr. Michael Roizen is here with a plan for any parent who has put on weight after having kids. And we're going to start with reinventing what it means to have a family dinner. Because we all know eating family dinner together is important, but frankly, it's unrealistic, right? It's really hard. People are coming and going at different times. So Mike, when folks have conflicting schedules, which is the story of America right now and our families, what do? How do they make us work?
2 shifts. So you eat half of the dinner at 5 p.m. and half at 7. What time do you get home?
Oh, probably like 6:37, yeah.
Okay, so you probably don't get to eat with the kids.
Right.
And so you probably eat, as we saw in the film, standing up, right? Pizza,
Usually.
drive-through, whatever.
Yep.
And you probably, as you said, you're even cleaning up the dishes with food, extra food. So what we want you to do, family dinners are important because they're a time when you ask questions. There's, if you will, interesting stories, there's laughter, there may even be some debates, but it's a fun time together. So what we want you to do, the kids can eat at 5 p.m. and then the parent who gets home at 7 p.m., there's a second shift. And so you divide the food in half at the 5 p.m. shift, half at the 7.
Is that practical, unrealistic?
I think it's fairly practical. The thing is our kids are busy and their schedules don't always even allow for the 5 o'clock shift. So what happens is he and I are just kind of eating because the kids are busy doing things. So
I'll tell you what we do in our house that might be valuable to you. When the kids are hungry, you got to feed them. Mm-hmm. But we just sort of create a table that's out and stays out for a couple hours, literally. And so when people come and go, it's a place to convene. And I ask only one thing from the kids. They come and spend 5 minutes with me. Doesn't have to be a lot. It usually becomes 10, I'll admit it. Right. But that little bait of getting us together reinforces basic issues that all humans have always had, right? We always spend time together celebrating around food. Yeah. It's not just, mass calories put into our body. It also gets you to focus a tiny bit on the things you're doing. Because when you're lonely by yourself, cleaning up the dishes, in fact, that brings us to point number 2, which is I see you being Mr. Garbage Man, which is who I am too. All right, we clean everything up. What happens when folks eat off their kids' plates, and how do we end up stopping that bad habit?
Well, they can gain up to 35 pounds in a year. So Mehmet and I are the kids here, so this is the extra food. So we throw all the extra food that you would have into one clear dish. And at the end of the day, you'll see how much it is. It's on average 350 calories. Wow.
So just to be clear, you're going to ask everybody to pretend that the food that they're going to eat now just becomes an extra plate. You pile it all up and just see how much food you would have eaten if you hadn't paid attention.
Right, you don't eat it. You just pick it off the kids' plates as normal, right?
He was going to eat it. He thought you were giving him Mike, you got to be clear with this man. Alfred's going to put that food down.
So just like you were going to clean the plates up as you do, you put it into and make it a clear dish. It's probably going to have to be a little deeper than this for you.
It's going to have to be bigger.
But 350 calories, we're talking about a pound every 10 days just from leftovers, just from stuff that you're noshing on afterwards. Yeah. It adds up pretty quickly.
It's a huge amount.
It is.
And the last tip I'm going to give you is one that Mike feels strongly about as well. It's to make an outside day. Come on over here.
And in fact, we think they should walk after dinner, even as a family, for 15 minutes every day.
Yeah.
And so we're going to walk over here.
That's hard to do. I don't think my kids would do that. But what they would do is once a week, come on over here and let's enjoy the weather in this part of the studio. Once a week, because I want you to build habits, I want you to just get outside. First of all, you get a little sunlight. And that vitamin D was more than just a nice little thing to have around. It actually gives you more energy. Yeah. But it also gets folks to think differently about the role of food in their lives. These are habits you're slowly going to adapt. Make something that fits your family. I can't force feed this literally or figuratively to you. You're going to find something that works. But you can mold these 3 tips in a program that works for you, and you'll find it much, much easier to lose those 7 inches. So you're here to take care of not only beautiful Lorraine, but the kids, the grandkids, and even marry off the grandkids.
Yes.
And in fact, he has a habit of, you're a lacrosse player.
It was.
So instead of staying stable, I watched you in the goal, right? Yeah. You weren't moving very much. So I want you to move and play lacrosse and walk as you do it with your kids.
You like your hamburgers?
Yes.
Your meat and potatoes?
Wow, where'd that come from?
Here, just hold out for a second. For everyone who wants their meat and potatoes, Dr. Royce is sticking around to give us his best dude food makeovers so you don't have to give up the goods like this juicy burger. We'll be right back.
Next, is a hearty appetite the reason for your husband's dad bod? If it's meaty, cheesy, or crunchy, he's probably eating it. Get him back on track and back to his fighting weight. Dude food makeovers the whole family can enjoy. Next.
It's meaty, it's cheesy, and crunchy. My friends, it is dude food. And it could be the reason your husband is on the fast track to a dad bod. And as we get older, we're not able to eat like we used to because men lose the testosterone and the weight doesn't come off as easily. But Dr. Roizen is getting us back on track with dude food makeovers that the whole family can enjoy. We're going to start off with the first dude food makeover trick. It's to build up your burger meat with whole grains. I've got a couple dudes up there. See them up there?
Wait a second. That guy's got a pink shirt on.
I've interviewed these men personally, and the women around them will hold them honest, all right? Plus, we got Alfred up there, too. All right, so what kind of grains do you use to make these dude food burgers?
Well, you want a whole grain, and you want to put in 3/4 of a cup to a pound of ground beef. Now, I prefer these guys to, in fact, what are they doing up there?
They're discerningly tasting these things.
They're tasting it before you made it?
Well, I don't have one, so they're going to have to. You guys taste it up there?
You got to go a little stronger.
You got a little stronger?
Put more hands into it.
Yeah, that's it, just a little bit?
Well, you can use it. You can use
back. Come on, Doc.
In fact, guys, if each of you learn to cook the way you like it, 4 veggie burgers, you could try veggie burgers with each other.
They're not going to eat veggie burgers. Look at them. He's wearing a pink shirt, as you mentioned.
Definitely not.
Now, I'm willing to let you try this one. We cooked it already. You want to try it? Did you get any?
Oh, yeah. That's good. That's a good burger, don't you think?
That is a good burger.
And the great thing about it, with the extra grain, whole grain, that cuts down on your calories, cuts down on your inflammation, cuts down on your belly fat. So it's a very useful thing.
try it?
You can season it any way. Now this is
So there's potatoes, or what is this, more burger?
this is potatoes. This is not more. Do you know how to use that?
Yeah, I get potatoes.
Okay. So you put some egg whites in it and some garlic.
They teach you this in surgery school.
So you put, and then you bake it, and it comes out a potato souffle. So it's a way of not having as much fat with it. It's having healthier food with it. This is actually interesting. He's actually doing this, right?
This is good.
Do you think he'll know how to cut an avocado? What we want to do on your pizza is put monounsaturated fats, MUFAs, because they decrease your chances of gaining belly fat and that. No.
Ow!
Ow.
The surgeon did that?
There's a doctor.
I'm bleeding because of you.
Doctor in the building. There's a doctor in the
I told you.
Mayday. Man
I
down.
told
Man
you.
down.
I've seen him.
I gotta sit down.
I've seen him, you know.
Put some grain
In the-
in that finger.
It's
Just a little
ketchup.
Grain.
But it was fun to do that to Mike. How'd you know? You don't trust me, do you?
The interesting thing is,
Right.
what are you doing?
I'm opening the avocado.
Okay.
Doc, but you do surgery, right?
I do surgery still, yeah.
He's really good.
Look at that, in one cut.
Perfect. And I only had seen him use a blender. So, olives, avocado, great taste, and they're healthy on the pizza. So, have you guys tried? What do you
But
think of
it's
the
rolling
potatoes?
everywhere.
What do you think of the potatoes?
The potato's actually really good. Good night. It's delicious. It's actually really good. It's delicious.
Say better than normal. Now, come on.
Yeah, you can't bully these dudes.
It's good. It's a growing on you.
They'll do.
Because they're used to mashed potatoes. Used to having like
Have you had any of the pizza?
Pizza's good. Pizza's good.
Which is your favorite? Let's vote on this. Which is your favorite of the three?
The hamburger is the best to me.
Burger's the best. Charles?
It's the closest.
I like
mouth's
the burger
full.
too.
Burger?
But I would put avocado on the burger.
Right.
I like avocado on my burger.
I told you he was wearing a pink shirt.
If you put the...
Lavender.
Listen, to compromise, we're going to put 6 of these dude recipes, healthiest dude recipes out of DrOz.com. Check them out. Make them for the men in your life. Make them for yourself. And we all know there are 2 kinds of people in this world. I'm going to shift gears here. Those whose inboxes look like this, and those who look like this. What your email inbox says about your brain when we come back. Next, do you have an inbox that's completely full? Or are you compelled to read every email as it comes in? How you manage your email says a lot about your brain. Solutions for the underchecker and overchecker coming up next. Ever wonder why when you're on a vacation, you have to go, but you can't go? There's an actual medical reason behind vacation constipation. We investigate on Bods. That's coming up tomorrow. Conversation, what your email box says about your brain. Now, how many of you have an inbox that is completely empty? Nothing pending. A lot of folks. You read all your emails as you get them? Nothing stands in there at all? Yeah. Most of you putting your heads up there. Who in this group? We see again, one hands up again. Hey, come on up here. What's your name?
Rosalind.
Rosalind.
Yes.
All right, here, Rosalind. You can hold that mic for a second. So what is the drives you to answer those emails as soon as you get them?
I go crazy. I have to check them. I have to read them. I have to see them.
It's like cathartic, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like OCD.
All right. All right, come stand over here with me. Now, I want to find someone who's got the most unanswered emails in their inbox. Who has more than 50? Hands up. A lot of them. Who's got more than 100? More than 500? 600 over here. We got, how many do you have up there? Over 1,000? Don't move. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Elise.
Come over here, Elisa. So what is the feeling in your life? How did it get out of hand?
So technology really overwhelms me. I'm definitely a pen and paper type of person. So anytime I get emails, I kind of put them to the side. I read the ones that are important, but I'm on so many email lists, I really need to unsubscribe. That's my problem. I subscribe to so many different stores and companies and businesses.
I tell you, if you had more than 1,000 unread emails, there's some important ones in there as well.
Yeah.
At least that would be a fear. So you're an overchecker, put you in that category. Is your house really neat?
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Everything in place.
Everything, yes.
Then all the T-shirts together, color coordinated.
Not really, but things do have to be coordinated. Yes.
And you're an under-checker.
Yes.
What's your house like? What's your decor?
You know, what's really interesting, in other areas of my life, I am pretty organized. Anything that comes to technology, I just get very overwhelmed and I don't know how to handle it.
So the way you manage your emails actually tells me a lot, and other doctors as well, about what's going on inside your brain. And come on, let me explain something to you. This is important to appreciate. You have a part of your brain that is the attention center. And it's supposed to be able to focus on things that are really important to you. Whenever that email comes in, it throws that switch in your brain. That sound all of a sudden pulls you out of the moment and you get distracted.
Yeah.
And every time it happens, it bothers us more than it just happened again, right? And in fact, I always tell my producers, please turn off the alerts because it distracts me. And I'm a pretty focused person, I'm a surgeon. So I want to give you a solution. So if you're an over-checker, and I'd probably put myself in the same category as you, 30 minutes without checking an email, check them, then go 30 more minutes. You got to give yourself those breaks. You'll never have focus periods of bliss in your life. And that'll impact your productivity.
Zero out. I always have to see the zero. Just
I know you do.
be okay.
But if you don't look at it at all, then you're fine. Just ignore that it's there. By the way, the world will keep going without you for those 30 minutes.
That's true.
29 minutes in between each. And then promise yourself you'll do that, and you'll be much more productive, which is what the real payoff is.
So 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
Okay.
All right? Now, for the under-checkers out there,
That's me.
every time that number goes up, it's subconscious perhaps, but your anxiety level does go up. Your body does respond to that. So we need to get you back on track. Okay. So you already brought up one good idea, unlist yourself from some of the servers list that you're on. But they actually have filters out there that will automatically clean those out. Yes, invest 20 minutes of your life.
Okay.
Search for some filters, put them on your system, and you'll clean out a lot of that junk you don't want to be messed with anyway. And whatever's left, you got to deal with.
Okay.
It'll free yourself up. It'll cut down on those pings. You won't hear them anymore. All right, thanks very much. When you come back, some health advice from your stretch pants that you will never forget.
Next, health advice from the most unlikely of places.
It sounds like these stretch pants can be a pretty big enabler.
Can an elastic waistband have an effect on the way you eat?
They act kind of as blinders.
If your stretch pants could talk, what would they say? Next.
Whoever said a doctor's visit isn't fun has obviously never been to the Dr. Oz show. Is that right? Make your appointment today. Go to droz.com/tickets and sign up for free tickets.
Activewear. Going to the movies in my activewear.
Get a manicure in my activewear. Showing off my baby in my activewear. I drink Coke Zero in my activewear.
Waiting for the bus in my activewear.
Buying activewear in my activewear.
The makers of that video say they're poking some fun at women's obsession with wearing activewear outside the gym. But is this obsession with all things stretchy keeping you from staying on track? We're gonna go to an unusual source to find out. Who is the real expert on this? Well, I'll give some hints. First of all, they always make you comfortable. They're totally flexible. They're closer to you than anyone else, even your husband. And they can tell you a lot about your health. What am I talking about, guys? Stretch pants. Stretch pants. And here, my friends, is what they have to say.
Oh, wow, it is so nice to be out of the house. Although, I did have this feeling that we'd be coming right back inside when I saw how bloated she was this morning. That tummy was not messing around. And as you know, nothing feels good on a tummy as much as I do. I always make her feel good, and I always make her look good. Whoa, wait a minute. Hello? Is that a pizza place? Since when are we not stopping for pizza? You know how much I love pizza. I want pepperoni, extra cheese, and stuffed crust. And you know she can have it, because there's plenty of room in here. I'm incredible. I'm nice, I'm stretchy. Everyone looks good at me. You don't ever need to go to the gym when I'm on your body. I mean, I am pizza-eating, gym-skipping pants. Ugh. Look at them, those skinny jeans. You know, they think they are so hot, but they're miserable. Look at them. They're totally restricted. There's no way they're happy. And they must be starving.
I think that was absolutely fantastic. Sasha, who produces, she's walking around in those stretch pants, by the way. Have you lost your mind? It's hard. You got me very close to you. You got me to your knees anyway. So it sounds like these stretch pants can be pretty big enablers. I've heard about it a long time. I sort of feel the same way about my scrubs. You know when we wear scrubs in the hospital? Do you know why we wear them? It's not just because they're cheap and easy to wash. It's because we can let them enlarge. We get a little bloated in the OR, no one cares. They loosen up, just easy autopilot. Audience, tell me the truth. Who loves their stretch pants? Let me see some hands. Oh, we got a victim right here. What's your name?
Aline.
Aline?
Yes.
So tell me about your stretch pants. What do they tell you?
Oh, I mean, I feel confident when I wear them. You know, they're kind of form-fitting, so I just feel like I can eat a little bit more when I have them on, and, you know, I love them. I love my stretch pants.
You love lots of stretch pants? How many do you have?
I have easily about 20 pair in my closet at any given time, like a heavy rotation, you know.
Are you kidding me? 20 pair?
Yes, absolutely.
Aren't they? They all look the same, don't they? Why do you need 20 of them?
Some are like more firm in the belly, so I can eat a little bit more on that particular day.
They all talk to you differently. Is that what I'm hearing?
They sure do.
Right.
Definitely.
Who thinks that the elastic waist helps you suck it in? Is that something you all feel?
Oh, definitely.
They do that?
Oh, absolutely.
You all agree? Not just, yes, they really do agree.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Can you relate to the possibility that they actually make you eat differently?
I do eat differently. Like when I'm wearing the stretch pants, I'll go out and maybe have pizza or a pasta or something like that, you know? And like I said, they're more forgiving, and I feel like it hides a lot more sins than, let's say, like when I wear jeans or something like that.
I'm seeing heads nod here, yes? You all agree? Are you in with this?
Absolutely.
All right.
I was about to eat that hamburger up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You would have fit perfectly in those stretch pants.
Yeah.
All right, here's the deal. I've asked a blogger who's very well known, and she actually did something very interesting herself. Her name is Andy Mitchell, and she gained a whole new perspective about her weight when she lost 135 pounds. Thank you for joining us. You argue that some of your ability to lose that much weight, and congratulations, by the way,
Thank you.
was because you thought differently about the role of stretch pants in your life. How does that work?
Look, I'm not different from other women in that I can feel like stretch pants are my most forgiving best friend in the entire world, and I love them. But I don't know that kind of comfort is always best. And I'll put it this way. When I was gaining weight, like up to 300 pounds, stretch pants were comfortable and sometimes the only thing that fit. But at the same time, like, okay, I knew I was gaining, but I didn't have to think about the fact that I was gaining when I'm wearing like my expandable pants. You know, like when I'm eating whatever I want, my pants are moving with me. So they act kind of as blinders, I think.
Yeah.
And then a few years ago, because I never learn a lesson once, I have to learn it like 18,000 times.
Like all of us.
Right. So I started working from home, and I did that like work from home freedom call where you wear stretch pants all the time or you wear your pajamas. And so I went back to the stretch pants, and within a few weeks I was putting on a few pounds, and then also like feeling less motivated, because I think it's easy. You put on stretch pants, or sometimes you call them yoga pants because you want to make them sound a little bit better.
It does sound better.
And
She's
you
right.
put on stretch pants, and you have a stretch pant kind of day. You've like committed. You don't want to go out and like see everyone you love because you have stretch pants on. Like you're not going to have your most productive day.
Is this you, Eileen?
That'd be a good day to run into the ex.
Good day to run into the ex now.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it puts me, for me, it kind of put me in a more complacent state of mind, a stretch pant state of mind. So I had to break up with wearing them every day in order to kind of feel my best.
So to prove your point,
Yeah,
you actually conducted a Smarty Pants experiment
I did.
with one of our viewers.
Yeah.
I want you to tell everyone about it, then we're going to watch what happened.
Okay, so we know stretch pants are comfortable, and we've all put them on stretch pants after a huge meal because they move. But we wanted to see how does that comfort translate to exactly what we eat. So how differently does one person eat when they wear stretch pants for 5 days? We tracked everything they ate, all the calories. And then we followed them for 5 days wearing skinny jeans. And the results are really fascinating.
All right, up next, the results of the stretch pants experiment. We're going to keep you on track. Stay tuned.
Next, what happens to this woman's eating habits when she wears stretch pants for a week and skinny jeans for another. Does what we wear affect how much we eat? The surprising results of our stretch pants experiment.
That's a big number.
Next. Ever wonder why when you're on a vacation, you have to go, but you can't go?
There's an actual medical reason behind vacation constipation.
We investigate all new Oz. That's coming up tomorrow.
I own black stretch pants. I'm wearing them right now.
I wear them pretty much every day.
It's just a comfortable fit. They're so comfortable. I would never get rid of them because if they got worn out, I just get new ones.
They're like a staple piece.
I would just keep replenishing them over and over and over.
They're so easy to match with everything.
I could still wear them to work because like they're black.
I can just slide them on every day.
Anytime, any place, anywhere.
I would never get rid of my black stretch pants.
A lot of street talk about these pants. Clearly, you don't want to give up your stretch pants, but don't worry, no one's going to take them away. Not coming yet, but I'm curious, how far off track could your stretch pants lead you? We teamed up with Andy Mitchell to do an experiment. Victoria's a self-proclaimed stretch pants addict who wore stretch pants for a week, then skinny jeans for a week, and she logged everything she ate. Is that true? Now, how long have you been addicted to stretch pants?
Well, Dr. Oz, I've been obsessed with stretch pants for about 2 or 3 years now. So I'm a singer as well, so anything that helps me draw a good breath and not feel too tight around my gut is perfect.
Here, hit a note for me. Don't sing a song, just a note.
Hey.
If stretch pants can help you make that note, I'm good with them. But we want to do this little experiment. Thanks for playing with us. Andy, come on over here. I want you to share the results. It's very eye-opening, everybody. This is what happened with, again, 5 days with stretch pants, followed by 5 days with the skinny jeans that you gave up a couple years ago. Take it away, Andy.
So it's really interesting. So we tracked all the calories and everything you eat, and we found that you, on average, ate 1,000 more calories when you wore your stretch pants than when you wore your skinny jeans.
Really? 1,000 calories difference?
1,000 more calories wearing stretch pants. So that's really interesting. And you think about it, like, over time, if that's like a real increase over your, BMR, let's say, that's gonna lead to weight gain, so that's not the best in terms of your health goals. So
could you hit the note with the skinny jeans too?
I tried. It was not as comfortable though.
It was 1,000 calories is a big difference.
That's a big number. It's
that's
shocking.
2 pounds a week of gain.
It's an interesting thing to think about. Like, this does affect you. So, let's think about, like, what kinds of foods you're eating. So we did follow that as well. So on the weeks that you ate, wearing your skinny jeans, you were eating very different foods than when you wore your stretch pants. So you ate yogurt, you had green juice, you had salad. So does feeling a waistband, did that help you kind of make the next healthy choice?
It did.
Okay.
A lot for me. I noticed it the first day. I had a cookie while wearing my skinny jeans, and I was like, maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't do this. So I transitioned to maybe a green apple or green juice.
Not worth the discomfort.
Yeah.
So what did she eat on comfort days?
To the stretch pants days, you ate foods like a bagel with cream cheese, we have pasta, who doesn't love this? A chocolate chip cookie. So, like, delicious foods. Like,
so good.
Like, so good, right? But it's like, obviously, like, more indulgent, richer. And do you feel any of these choices when you make them when your pants are able to kind of stretch with you?
Not really, but just because they're comfortable and loose.
Well, that's what I'm hearing. Comfortable pants means comfort food.
Yeah.
Which is not what they're called, comfort pants.
Right.
So you've got two solutions, concrete ones that can help for folks who, I understand, love these stretchy opportunities, but suffer from them too.
I think it's one thing is, I think we should get rid of our just-in-case clothes. I think a lot of us have closets full of the wish I could wear clothes and the hope I never need to wear again clothes, because we're either shaming ourselves with too small clothing, or we're dooming ourselves and giving ourselves a crutch with the too bigs and the 20 pairs of stretch pants, and just accept where we're at. Okay, and remember that if you do have health goals, you can love and improve your body at the same time. So that's one of them. And the second thing is, wear your stretch pants, but don't wear them 2 days in a row. And keep in mind that, like, when we say don't wear stretch pants, we're not saying, like, wear a corset. You know what I'm saying? Like, just maybe wear pants that make you feel good. Get dressed in regular clothes because it makes you feel confident and it makes you hold yourself accountable to your choices. And that's such a win.
What do you think about that? Can you sing
love
in
it.
pants once every other day?
I can sing in any type of pants now, but I will say I do feel really sexy in my leggings and stretch pants. The jeans, I'm gonna start incorporating them into my lifestyle because I do like the fact that I made healthier choices. Because I was very conscious, like I was like, okay, this waistband is not expandable. So maybe I can have a salad for lunch, and then on the weekends, I can wear my stretch pants and go out with my girls. Like I'm going out with my girls tonight after this. Yeah. So I feel sexy, and that's why I'm wearing my stretch pants.
You're a wonderful sport. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great advice. Andy, thanks for being here again. We'll be right back.
Duped by diet ice cream?
This is the diet one here. This is the regular one. There's only 10 calorie difference between those two.
10? Fooled by Froyo?
Do you think these diet ice creams are really just Franken foods?
See what's in them that may be keeping you fat. And shrink your stomach in just 28 days.
This is what a lot of bodybuilders and actresses use.
We have the step-by-step plan to get your body beach ready. Next Oz. That's coming up on Friday.
We've been talking about how to get back on track, and you can't eat the track without your sneakers. So how many of you, let's see how you tie your sneakers, how many of you do it's called around the tree? That's this one, where you put the loop there and put the tree around it. Yeah. How many of you do that? Let me see your hands. All right. How many of you do the bunny ears? Any bunny ears people out there? All right. So here's how I do the bunny ears. I just learned this. It's the fastest way to tie your shoelaces. You ready? Wasn't that incredible? Now I'm going to do it again. A magician never reveals his tricks, but because I love you guys so much, you make the bunny ears, you exchange the loops, and you're done. Now, finally, I impressed this audience. Now, I made you this amazing shareable graphic. I want you all to look at it. It shows you all the new ways you should be tying your shoes in order to keep your feet on the healthy track. Now, listen, we all have different feet, right? I want you to tag us, give it to your favorite runner or your sneakerhead friend, and then put it on your Facebook page, because no matter whether you're high-arched or flat-footed, you have to tie your shoes differently. We're not supposed to tie them all the same way. You got all that versatility, follow that little pattern, and shape your shoelaces to what your feet needs. Don't do it the opposite way. You're not supposed to be the same way. Don't you love that? Yeah. Aren't you happy you came here? And make sure you pass it along to your friends. Now, I want to invite my friend Mike Roizen over here for a second, because I got one little thing. We've been writing books together, my best friend, for more than 10 years. And today, we got a little gift for you. If those shoelaces listens weren't enough, we've written a new book. It's called You Staying Young. I love working with you at every level.
And vice versa, I love working with you.
So go ahead and give them.
Thank you, guys.
All right. So we're giving away one book.
Everyone gets one.
Everyone's getting a book. You're all getting a copy of You Stay Young. Goodbye. Remember, healthy and happy starts at home.